Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30 minutes potpourri of brand news, branding focus and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth, all aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogale Abikele Mafuru.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is brand news, where we bring you the latest occurrences around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the world. Now on brand news. Following latest report that global media buying business is projected at $79 billion, the Nigerian market is expected to witness slower growth as rising inflation continues to shrink the disposable income of consumers amid several socio-economic and political challenges. Speaking to Marketing Edge, Yinka Adebayo, Director of Buying Service Media Reach OMD Nigeria, stated that advertising spend will shift to brands that offer the highest return on investment (ROI) as marketers and brand managers seek to optimize the limited marketing budget to get the share of the consumer's pocket. According to him, brands will be investing on platforms that are capable of delivering the needed top-of-the-mind awareness, engagement, and affinity with the brands. While affirming that marketing activities will increase from the second quarter of 2023, the media practitioner stated that utilizing all consumers' touchpoints will be a major focus for brand managers this year. Coming on the heels of the recent Naira redesign and cashless policy of the federal government, consumers have shunned payment platforms of traditional banks for fintechs due to incessant failed payment transactions. Consumers who have been under intense anxiety and distress following the inability to access cash and make seamless electronic payments have embraced mobile money platforms for convenience and instant financial services. Speaking to Marketing Edge, some of the consumers who now heave a sigh of relief after several experiences using fintech apps complained of several failed transactions encountered while using banks' mobile apps. They added that with fintech apps, transactions are done without delay, which has helped to increase patronage despite the Naira scarcity. The global radio advertising market has been projected to grow from $23.22 billion in 2022 to $24.84 billion in 2023 at a compound annual growth rate of 7%. According to the business research company, a market research company in UK, the global radio advertising market is also expected to grow to $31.37 billion in 2027 at a compound annual growth rate of 6%. It adds that radio still represents a powerful advertising medium due to its high cost effectiveness, even though newer advertising platforms such as the internet and other digital media are gaining traction in the advertising market. Meanwhile, radio revenue in Nigeria has been projected to reach $152.5 million in 2023 at a compound annual growth rate of 5.9%. In furtherance of its leading role in promoting the socio-economic inclusion of women in society, First Bank of Nigeria Limited has announced its dedication of the month of March to the celebration of women across the world. Kicking off the series of internal activities designed to celebrate women is the first Women Network Mentoring, Coaching and Sponsorship Pillar webinar, which held on Friday, 3rd March 2023. The event was organized by the bank's First Women Network, an initiative that seeks to address the gender gap and increase the participation of women at all levels within the organization. On Wednesday, 8th March 2023, the bank joined the rest of the world to celebrate the 2023 International Women's Day themed Embrace Equity, and is also partnering with the UN Women on 15 March to promote gender equality and inclusion for women. A latest report from the International Data Corporation (IDC), a market intelligence and advisory service provider, has revealed that global spending on artificial intelligence (AI), including software, hardware, and services for AI-centric systems, will reach $154 billion in 2023, representing an increase of 26.9% over the amount spent in 2022. According to IDC Worldwide Artificial Intelligence Spending Guide, the ongoing incorporation of AI into a wide range of products will result in compound annual growth rate of 27.0% over the 2022 to 2026 forecast, with spending on AI-centric systems expected to surpass $300 billion in 2026. The report adds that only one of the 36 AI use cases identified by IDC will have a compound annual growth rate of less than 24% over the forecast period. Three of the leading AI use cases in terms of spending will focus on sales and customer service functions, augmented customer service agents, sales process recommendation and argumentation, and program advisors and recommendation systems.
Well, that was brand news. Next is branding focus after this break.
Why you they treat me like say I know important? You know the rate waiting I be to you. Clean me up, treat me well. No be just do the dump and go. You need to show me that you care. Oh yeah. Because no matter where you go, no matter how we be, I go always there for you. Anything where you drop or whatever you drink, oh, I cannot be the bar for you. All I ask in return is that you treat me a little better with eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, my hygiene now your own no eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, it's a win-win for me and you, so make we win more.
Improved household hygiene is essential to keep your family safe. Did you know that the sodium hypochlorite, the active ingredient in hypo bleach, is equipped to fight viruses and germs? Add some bleach to water, soak a clean napkin in diluted bleach, and wipe off germs from common contact surfaces. Wipe off with hypo. Disinfect your home with hypo bleach always.
Endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Now on branding focus. The next stage of the data revolution depends on trust and data dignity being built into the marketing and brand ecosystem. To put their customers at the center of their data strategy and reconcile data dignity with data utility, brands must be transparent in their communication while asking people for consent to process their data. Simply stating that your website uses cookies to collect information doesn't help consumers make an informed decision on how their data is being used or what is being collected for. People should be fully aware of how brands intend to use their data. Telling them that a website uses cookies is neither helpful nor sufficiently transparent. Brands that provide their customers accessible and clear information will build differentiation and competitive advantage and ultimately reap the rewards with increased loyalty and growth. What's more, brands must also give consumers control over how their data is used. According to a recent McKinsey survey on consumer data, people are becoming increasingly intentional about what type of data they share and with whom. In a highly data driven economy, with consumers shopping, managing their finances, and paying their bills online, they understand that data is a core ingredient in the value exchange between them and brands. The proliferation of data breaches and the steadily growing list of privacy regulations are all increasing consumer awareness of their data insight, and people are seeking out tools that give them control over how their data is used. However, control needs to be beyond the requirements of the privacy regulations. Consumers want tools that give them a finer degree of granularity over marketing preferences with a specific brand. They want the ability to express their preferences once and be assured those choices will be reflected across all touch points, devices, and channels. When people take the time to express or update their privacy preferences, it is the duty of brands to ensure it is reflected with every interaction they have with the brands, even when vendors are used to processing that data. Agencies are supposed to be partners to clients, but today the reverse is the case. In the past, clients used to send agencies partners on training and travel on their first class flight, but today clients see agencies as favor seekers.
But our branding focus. Next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities in the business of brand management. Well, this week we have with us the General Manager of Michelangelo Media Limited, a leading out-of-home advertising agency in Nigeria, Mr. Tony Eguridu. After this break.
Why you they treat me like say I know important? You know the rate waiting I be to you. Clean me up, treat me well. No be just do the dump and go. You need to show me that you care. Oh yeah. Because no matter where you go, no matter how we be, I go always there for you. Anything where you drop or whatever you drink, oh, I cannot keep it back for you. All I ask in return is that you treat me a little better with eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, my hygiene now your own no eyebrow. Toilet cleaner, it's a win-win for me and you, so make me win more.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have interactions with professionals in the integrated marketing communications industry. Well, today we have with us the General Manager of Michelangelo Media Limited, a leading out-of-home agency in Nigeria, Mr. Tony Eguridu. Thank you so much for joining us on Industry Conversation.
Thank you.
I'd like you to give us an assessment of the integrated marketing communications industry in Nigeria.
Well, that was a big lot. The integrated marketing commission industry in Nigeria has come a long way. And a lot of things have evolved over time. And continuously, change has come to play. And the industry is also catching up with it. Now, there are also new demands from clients, and agencies are forced to think, bringing creativity, bringing new ideas that will also match what the clients need. And so everybody in the whole industry is also trying to evolve and make sure that they are in tune with the time and making things happen.
So what would you say about the out-of-home sector where you play in?
Well, it has also come a long way. Lots of changes have come to play. And right now, new technologies are being implemented. Initially, a pre-2000 era, we had a lot of, within that space of time and the technology available at that time, we had a lot of static boards and all of that. But from 2010 and above till date, we have new billboards coming up, electronic billboards coming up, new innovations, new ideas, people playing around with it and wowing the industry. Lots more are expected in the next few months, in the next few years. Many more things will change.
I must confess that we've noticed some drastic changes being, brought to the out-of-home sector using technology to birth new innovations, mind-blowing innovations.
But what would you identify as a major shift in the out-of-home sector last year?
Well, the influx of electronic billboards has come to stay. That has been the game changer, giving buyers and clients options and opportunities to have multiple ads display on their boards. And mostly you will see these in the key markets like Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Other cities will catch up later as the demand for such technology come to play.
Okay, so how would you evaluate the response of professionals to this new tech innovations in this space?
Normally people do not accept change when it comes, but with what has happened in my industry, clients' demands and the need to stay relevant is forcing others who are yet to comply with the new technology to also take part in it. If not, they'll be left to either die or they will not be patronized.
Okay, we understand that the COVID-19 pandemic, devastated the out-of-home sector with the attendant lockdowns and restrictions on movement. But away from the pandemic experience, what would you highlight as some of the challenges besetting the sector?
Well, I'll put it this way. Apart from the pandemic, you still have a lot of compliance issues to deal with. The industry is trying to see how it can apply the people's meter, where you'll be able to, actually evaluate who sees your board. It's been done on a personal level at this stage. Where you in terms of impressions, in terms of eyeballs, and traffic count, it's been done personally. But when you have an industry standard that will be able to measure all this, then you now see that the right pricing for each board will also come to play. So we hope that in the next few months or few years, that will change and it should be championed by the industry itself. If not, the clients will demand for it and everybody will be forced to comply.
Yes, let's talk a bit about technology. I know you've spoken so much about the new technologies in the out-of-home sector, but I would like you to hammer on the impact so far in terms of helping professionals to deliver well on clients' expectations.
Now, technology generally improves lives. Now, before now, when we had the static boards, it was a little cumbersome, when you go when you want to display a campaign and you have to do a lot of printing and posting of billboards. But what technology has done has taken us out of, let me say, the old order to a new order, where at the comfort of your offices or your homes, you can upload materials from anywhere. And it has just made life easy. And I think more clients, more agencies, more practitioners are beginning to embrace that. And I think we'll have a lot of that come in different sectors of the industry that will play.
Okay. The economy is currently challenged. We see that inflation rate is at 21.34%. What is the impact of this on the out-of-home sector?
A whole lot. I must confess that especially for the electronic billboards, like the price of diesel, because they are being powered by generators, you can't rely so much on public power supply. So a whole lot. Purchase of diesel, running of those generators has great impact on the take home for practitioners. And so you discover that the rates have either skyrocketed in order for them to meet up, and that has been a big challenge. So, but we just hope that new technology will be able to take that into cognizance, where we don't have to rely on diesel power generators. Maybe we'll have to now rely on solar. So I'm sure engineers and creative people are thinking of what new technology to bring in that will cushion the effect of buying lots of diesel. So, but for now, the industry have to, manage that and continue in that step.
Okay, with the gradual shift of advertising spend to digital forms of media, what does this portend for the out-of-home sector?
Well, it just tells you that that's the new way to go. And definitely not everybody will be able to move to that sector immediately. But if you play in the key markets in Nigeria, these are the demands of the client. Though you can't outrightly put away the static boards, but in terms of preference, that's what many clients are looking at. And again, why are clients looking at the electronic billboards? It's something you want to play around with. In terms of downtime, in terms of operational excellence, in terms of delivery, it delivers more than the static board because it produces you display multiple messages, and you can buy for 1 hour, for 1 week, and things to play around with, and that's what clients are looking at right now.
Okay, so how can professionals defend advertising spend being directed to the out-of-home sector? We talked about digital marketing, seeing how advertising spend is shifting towards that, segment of the market. So how can out-of-home professionals defend advertising spend being moved towards the out-of-home sector?
Yeah, in terms of defending the spend, first of all, the electronic billboards are a huge investment. They're not, in terms of, compared to what you have on the static side, they're a huge investment. And, you have to look for ways to recoup. If not, you have a lot of loss on investment. So that's why you have rates that are very expensive. But in terms of justification for rates, you've got to ensure that your board delivers to the client in terms of when you talk about deliveries, eyeballs, impressions, and all. Even the client themselves check all these things. So if you're not able to justify that, you'll not be patronized.
Okay. So in terms of engaging effectively with the consumers, how would you, assess the impact on consumer behavior as also on the client's bottom line?
Well, the advent of technology, and by that I mean the electronic billboards has, let me say, wowed the industry. It's something that's not happened before. And so when clients and consumers see what is obtainable, they are definitely connected to those. Now, for example, you have situations where right now, in terms of creativity, you have situations where you can put up birthday ads for people, real time. You can do all sorts of things. And so this makes the customers and or consumers and clients, want to patronize such a medium. Then in terms of bottom line to the clients, well, it takes a whole lot from their pockets, I must say, because the electronic billboards are not cheap. But I believe that with time, technology will make them better, more efficient, cheaper to invest in, and maybe clients will spend less.
Okay, so do you think we have enough data in the industry to prove the value that we give to our clients?
I wouldn't say we have enough, but I believe in continuous improvement. There are research agencies that have taken into cognizance the demands of the client, and they're working on that. So it will continually improve. So, but from what we have, it's limiting, but that's what the industry can offer right now until we have other means of making it better.
Okay, before I let you go, I'd like you to give me an assessment of the client and agency relationship in the out-of-home sector.
Well, I wouldn't know what area, but generally, clients want more.
Okay.
In terms of deliverables, clients want more, and they keep demanding for more. So in our industry, we also look for ways to make sure that we satisfy the client.
What is your projection of the advertising spend this year?
Well, it's going to be in billions.
Okay.
But I can't put a cap to it, but it's going to be in billions.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for having this time out with us on Industry Conversation.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And that's it on Marketing Edge on TV this week. Do well to join the same time next week for another interactive time. I'm Ugali Abikele Mafru. See you again.